right, so today we are going to do a little bit of getting your butt up off of the floor. Because when you can't get up off the floor anymore, you die. When you can't get up off the floor anymore, you need some type of supervision, oversight. You've got to go to a care facility. You've got to have somebody come to your home and take care of you, watch you. You get to wear one of the little life alert necklaces or wristbands over here so that you can alert somebody to an accident. The big thing with that is people won't wear them. They'll leave them off and then they'll have the fall and then they're kind of stuck. So if you do live alone or you're at home, make sure that you have some way of alerting someone, and those would be a good way to go. Any age can be affected by this. I've got typically it's the guys, right? I've got male clients that are in their 40s and 50s, and watching them get up off of the floor is an immense struggle,
Right.
and it's pretty sad. Primarily because they have no mobility or movement practice in their world. And so you'll get guys that come in here for decades stacked on top of one another, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, whatnot. And they're strong as can be. They can squat, deadlift, bench press a lot of weight. But watching them get up off the floor is, I don't want to say comical, because in the next several years it's going to be pretty sad that they can't get up off of the floor. So movement and mobility and getting up off the floor, super important. And then we're going to go over some ways today that you can get up off of the floor. I think we can start from a pretty easy one. Most people will be able to do this, but no matter your age, you can think and have good mindset about how you get up off the floor. Sometimes you'll have an injury and you could still be a super high performing athlete, and so you can get up off the floor in a certain way to help with that. You could just, one, be super sore, two, early in the morning, something like that. So you want to go ahead and lay down and let's go over the first movement for the day. So say you find yourself on the floor. Let's just start off on our back right here. I think probably one of the easiest and most common ways that we can talk about getting up off the floor would be to roll over onto a side, plant a hand down, and come to all fours. So from here, in a quadrupt, all four position, pick your strongest leg and move that up. Then work your hands up to that knee, press up, and come to an upright standing position. Pretty easy. Sometimes that is actually going to be challenging for people to do that. So another way that you can get up and not involve the knees as much, it will require some more flexible hamstrings, but I guess real quick we could talk about when we do roll over onto the side. Some people just run into this arm and they don't know what to do with it or where to put it, or they can't bring it out here, and that might be a lot on the shoulder. Roll to the opposite side, tuck the arm underneath you, and you can then roll over the arm pretty easily to come to a prone and lying position here. So from this position, if you're familiar with yoga and getting into like a downward dog position, you can press up in that seal type pose. You can walk your hands back, and from here you can come up into that downward dog. That still puts you in the quadrupt position though, so if that is hard on your knees, from the lying position here, kind of come into a push-up, raise with the hips. So from here you can inchworm and walk your feet in. You can walk your hands back. If you take a wider stance, go into a horse pose, keep your back straight, belly in, hands on knees, and then stand up from there. That'd be an alternative to placing knees on the ground. Maybe it's just super painful, or you're on a concrete area and might be challenging to drive the kneecaps into the ground. All right, so let's talk about a few other ways as we progress in different ways to get up. Indian style, aka crisscross applesauce. It's just kind of fun to say. So you can come into this position here, drive the knife edge of the feet down, stand up,
Much smoother than me.
uncross. You got a rough surface there, we'll give you a break. The movement that you were doing earlier was
Yep, for ankle mobility.
bang. All right. What about a roll forward into kind of what you were calling more of a tactical, with the bent knee come up placed on the foot here?
I think you don't have to be in a tactical situation for this to be important.
Sure.
Maybe you fell and there's a bus coming. I'm not going to get up and give my back to the bus and not seeing oncoming traffic. Or I'm not going to get up where there might be stairs behind me where I might fall down the stairs, right? So I'm situationally aware. If I am on the ground, I'm going to come onto my side. I'm going to tuck a knee and post up. And then if Joel is my threat, I'm not giving him my back, right? I'm not turning over. So Joel's a car, Joel's stairs. I'm going to come up so I never take my eyes off of him. Right?
Oh, sorry. Jiu-jitsu comes out.
It makes it fun, right? Maybe of the first 2 get-ups were not challenging for you. That doesn't mean we shouldn't practice them. This keeps it a little more fun.
Absolutely.
How about make it ninja style?
Ooh, let's see what you got.
You do both legs.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. So yeah, you can roll into that and go both legs. You can do a single leg rolling pistol squat. You can get some momentum. Use your hands and press up. Both legs, single leg. Those are good ways to get up off the ground. So to your ability level, and really no matter your ability level, it'd be good to practice any and or all variations of that, because it's all fun and games until you can't get up off the floor anymore.
Right.
So
we lose our independence, we lose our freedom.
Right. So when you can't get up anymore, either off the floor or in the bedroom, you got problems. And you need to address those early and often and make sure that you can keep things moving and grooving. If you have any other ways that you think are proficient or good at getting up off the floor, go ahead and share those with us, and we would love to see them. Have a great day. Get up, get moving.